Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Hi.
How's
Yeah.
everyone's week been? I know Dawn's hasn't been so great.
No, it has not. No. Well, no. Okay, so the first half was great. Sonia came to visit us. That was great. The other half was not so good because I got in a car accident. But yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not just a normal accident. It was a hit and run. Like, somebody
I know.
fucking powered. Yeah.
I was gonna be like, she hit someone and then ran, but I
Yeah,
already
no,
made that
no,
joke
they
earlier.
fucking hit me. So
Yeah.
okay, actually, it wasn't even me who's driving because I don't drive. But it was my husband, and it was, oh my god, it was so stupid. Okay, like it was just a normal day, and my husband drives on this highway all the time. But we were in the like passing lane, the really fast, to the left.
Yeah.
And we were going, and we just passed the Skyway Bridge. So I guess they were slowing down for some reason. I don't know. So then obviously my husband's slowing down. And then all we hear is like tires squealing going. I thought it was ours. It was not. And then it was boom. Like, I guess I don't remember because it happened so fast. It happened. It was over by the time I realized. I guess the guy swerved like a little and only clipped my corner, like my back wheel, the right back wheel. And it took out the taillight. The hatchback door is like fucked. Bumper indented, and like our back wheel, like the cavity, like where the wheel goes, the bearing, it's bent. Like our tire was almost rubbing up against metal.
Okay,
Anyway,
Dawn messaged group chat and was like, I got in a car accident. And we're just like, okay, you're not dead. What else?
Yeah. What other information can you tell us? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it fucked our car up, and then the guy just took off. And my husband's like, looks at me, he's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, where did the guy go? He just left. And then there was a lady who pulled over, checked on us. I didn't know what to do, so I first called my mother-in-law, and she's like, call 911. Don't leave the scene of the crime. Like, don't leave the accident scene until. So I called 911, and they're just like, do you need medical? I was like, no, we need police
You
here.
should have
And
got
they're
medical.
I know.
Faster.
And then
You have a paper trail as well.
And you don't have to go to the police thing at all. Like, if they do medical, they have to give you the report. You don't have to go to the collision place.
Well, we just got the OPP, and then they took our car and stuff, and then they told us to drive it home. Like, it's just like, yeah, there's not much we can do. They filled out the report. But there's cameras on the bridge, and they didn't tell us. They did not go looking for it. They just asked what time the
cops
accident
aren't
was.
doing shit.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, you probably could hear the accident outside of your window, because it was literally like their highways right off there. They could probably hear the accident. Like, I don't understand why they didn't just come out anyway. But
fucking cops.
yeah. So, and now we're dealing with insurance and stuff, and so that's fun. But that was my end of my week.
And that's why we're recording on a Sunday.
On a Sunday. Yeah. I told Marie that they need to like milk this for all it's worth, and she's like, no. So for legal reasons, she's not listening to me. But I was like, Dave needs to act like he got so hurt that he can't work for like the next 5 months. So he gets like a full pay, and like the insurance has to pay for it. Like, you paid into this. This is your money. You should be getting it back.
Okay, so like I'm pretty sure our damages are going to be like $7,000 minimum, and we're only paying $1,000, and plus our rental is free. So like, yeah, paying $1,000 sucks, and we wouldn't have to pay it if we had the information of the other driver.
Right? Yeah,
but we don't. But like, so I mean, like, you know what? We're alive, and that's all that matters.
Right. That's like the good thing.
Yeah.
I just hate insurance. They like.
They're fucking assholes.
And they don't pay. Obviously, you don't pay if they don't have to.
It's a scam. It's all
it's
a freaking scam.
They only make money if they don't pay out. So why are they gonna pay out?
I'm glad you guys have collision though, because
we have full coverage.
Yeah, that's great.
Liability, collision, theft, fire, and vandalism. We have it all. Just
Yeah, we're like a blanket. Like I want everything.
when we got the car, because it was brand new, I was like, no, we're checking off everything, just the full premium, get it. And Dave's like, I guess, okay. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then we also got the extended warranty, just because, again, brand new car, I wasn't screwing around.
Yeah.
So.
Well, when we started together, Kyle and I, we were in a hit and run, and we didn't have collision because we're like, oh, people will stop. It's fine. It's fine. Young, stupid 20-year-old us. Never again. We've never been in an accident again. But like, we're like, full
It only
insurance
takes
now.
once.
Yeah.
Only takes once.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And you know what? My back still is fucked up from then. And it wasn't even a big hit. Like, well, the car was totaled, but like we got T-boned on my side and everybody was fine. But like, and now I know. Don't trust anybody. Yeah. Everybody's garbage, you know, the world is shit, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Don't get on the highway. Like,
don't.
Well, you know, you should, but like, yeah.
Yeah. The Sky Bridge there has so many accidents. Like, it's like people just fucking forget how to drive.
Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just,
and
yeah,
my
but
husband
so
takes
many
it
people
every day. Yeah,
so
he takes
many
it every day,
accidents on there.
twice a day, and like this was the first time he's ever gotten in an accident on it. I was like, shit.
Pretty sure Kyle's mom's been on it in an accident too. Somebody rammed in behind her because they don't know how to drive. They drive like so fast, but people get scared going down
so close. They don't do the whole like 1 to 2 cars, like
2 seconds. It's a 2 second you're supposed to be. So depending on the speed, you change the distance.
You're supposed to be like 1 or 2 car lengths, like space wise, like not bumper to bumper. And this guy was like kissing our bumper already. So like it was no wonder.
That's the problem. Yeah, people don't know how to drive. I feel like it should be every 5 years you should have to do like a refresher because you get bad habits. Like you're like, okay, now that I'm not needing to like do a test, I'm gonna just do my whatever comfort bad habit.
Yeah.
So,
and laws change too. And people don't learn.
And also like the speeds on the highways are all different, depends on what highway you're on. So people don't know. Like the QEW was like 100. And like everyone goes like they always go over 10. So like that's not a big deal. But like I don't know how fast this dude was going. Because like it was pretty, the damages were intense.
Yeah. No, it really doesn't actually, you don't have to go that fast to cause damage either. If, like driving is scary fucking shit, man.
There's a reason I don't have a license, okay?
Yeah. But you know
why I'm not for driving, like
but it's like universal at the bottom of the twinsies. You guys have the same drink.
More like cousins. Mine has no caffeine in it.
Oh, yours is like the weak ass bitch cousin that nobody
the one who's not invited to family dinner.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of what we're drinking.
Yeah. What are we drinking?
Yeah, what are we drinking, Jessica?
I am drinking caffeine-free Diet Coke because I have old lady tummy and I ate out today.
Sonia, what are you drinking tonight?
Water. Because I'm also an old lady and I have work in the morning. It's a busy day tomorrow. Usually when we record on Thursdays, I'm like, it's fine. But it's so busy. So.
And I'm drinking almost the same as Jessica. I'm just drinking a regular Diet Coke. Again, I have old lady tummy too. So.
We're all so old. Like we're gonna have to change it to like geriatric lushes or like opinionated geriatric. I don't know.
Opinionated lushes 81 plus.
Instead of 18 plus.
Like a lot of our advice is like on depends. Like the brand.
We talk about shit a lot. So like
that's it's on the brand. Like,
we don't need it in the diaper now.
I feel like once we go through these 70 questions that are left, which is like 2 years, we need to change up our brand to now we have an idea. It'll just be old people problems. That's it. We're like already falling apart. We have heartburn at random times.
All of our guests are all 60 plus coming in to tell what more we have in store.
don't worry, this is what you get. We are not the young millennial, like the young people. Like you always get like 40-year-olds who are like, do you guys remember? I'm off topic. Do you remember like the Bowflex commercial from like 10, 15 years ago?
Yes.
I'm 50 years old and in the best shape of my life. And really the actress is 26, like, but's been under some sun lamps too much. But like, yeah, that's why we're not those older people.
I just keep thinking that I'm just not there yet. Like, I'm going to start looking really good when I'm 40. Like, I'm going to be that person. I'm just not there yet.
That's the goal. You're like, I'm going to be there. Like, I'm like, I got 18 months, man. Like, we'll see. I could be in the best shape of my life. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So for this episode, Dawn and I were actually at Comic-Con in Toronto today. Thank you to everyone who stopped by our booth, everyone that said hi, everyone that said they listened to an episode before. Dawn even got recognized from her TikTok. So
yes, by Anastasia Hall.
Ooh. So yeah. So if you are into books, book talk, make sure to follow Dawn. And I'll link that in the description. But yeah, so we feel pretty famous today. And on our booth, we actually had 2 jars and we offered people merch if they gave us either a hot take or an Am I the Butthole story. So I have gone through these, the other 2 have not, and I separated them into 3 rounds. Okay. So the first round, hot takes made by children. Okay. So we're gonna start off pretty easy there.
Okay.
The second round, hot takes made by adults. So it's a little spicier. And then we got one Am I the Butthole story to finish it off.
I love it.
Okay. How do you know the difference between kids and adults?
You'll see.
You'll see.
This wasn't even hard to split. Like that's this is the kids pile.
Show off your jar.
Oh, okay. So I made these jars. This is my hot takes jar. It is all in flames. The flames actually held up pretty well.
They look good.
This jar is missing. I had a big cat on it, but he fell off. But then the rest of it is buttholes. Because it's for cat buttholes.
Different cat butts. Is that poop on the one?
No, it's not. Well, it's just it's because the hot glue underneath.
Okay.
So it's like it's all around. It's just the hot glue.
He got a leaky bum.
I mean, it's orange cat behavior to have a leaky bum. I think
it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I figure I'll read one off. We'll discuss it for however long it needs to be discussed. Some will be like quick sentences. Some we might need to get more into. We'll start. Okay, so this is the kids pile. You're going to hear how I know it's children.
Okay.
Fortnite is shit. Hot take. No. Fortnite is shit.
To be fair, adults play this game too, so it could be a grown up.
Yeah, good.
I feel like that could be a kid. Like that's a grown up. I feel like that's a grown up one.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So how do you feel about Fortnite?
I can't play it. It's too difficult, so I hate it.
I'm the same way. It's too fast.
I need turn base. I hate it.
Okay. If that one was a kid, you think is an adult's? What about this one?
Okay.
Dark Souls is shit.
Person?
No, it's different writing. It was a group of kids that came over and they all wrote.
Okay. Dark Souls is. I also don't like it because I keep dying.
So hard. I've never heard of it, so I'm gonna disagree. It's shit.
This fucking shit. I hate it.
I agree.
Just hate on all the games. It's shit.
Whip cream.
Okay.
Not whipped. Whip cream is the worst thing. Disgusting. Smiley face.
Whipped.
It's just a whip. It's just a whip, like whipped cream. Whip.
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 Although I love Cool Whip. It's not real whipped cream. I love Cool Whip. Like I could just fucking nom, just eat it. And then like you can change the flavor of it all the time. It's so good. Other whipped cream, like the spray can stuff, love that too. Never discuss it.
Whipped cream lover.
I know, like in general, anything that has whipped cream on or in it or like smothered in is fantastic. Like it.
Yeah, well, I actually had a discussion. We were discussing this earlier at the booth, and I was saying how it's a condiment for desserts.
Yeah, it's like ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a topping. Yeah, it's not an actual dessert.
Oh.
So I don't know why this child does not like whipped cream. But here's another one, also written by a child. Do you think pineapple belongs on pizza? They're asking our opinion.
Yes.
That was very nice of them.
No, it does not.
Why not?
Because fruit does not belong on pizza.
Olives are a fruit.
Tomato.
I don't
Okay.
like olives either.
Tomato.
Oh, so she's
tomato
gatekeeping
sweet.
what can be on pizza based on her particular preference.
Well, no, I
So
just don't think fruit. Like, I don't think
She's-
apples belong on pizza.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying you're anti-choice, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like,
so
I am
you're
pro
And
pineapple on pizza, not my pizza personally. I wouldn't put pineapple on my pizza, but I celebrate the right for others to choose if they want pineapple on theirs.
but also her gatekeeping is wrong because tomatoes are a fruit.
Oh
So-
my god. Okay, sweet. Okay, no, it's just pineapple. You know what? I would put apples on a pizza and I'd still love it. It's just
Yeah.
pineapple.
Apple cinnamon Pizza Hut dessert pizza, please. Apples on pizza,
Yeah.
classic.
Okay, see? Like, I would be okay
No.
with that. I just, no, pineapple and
I
meat on
just
pizza.
Made a pizza for lunch. This is how fat I am. I had a whole pizza to myself. It was like a mushroom pizza with like big clunks of cheese on it and arugula. But then I pimped it out by putting pineapple and olives and other cheese on top. And it was amazing. The pineapple when it's cooked has a different flavor. Like it just
Maybe that's why I don't like it. Because I like
it tastes
my pineapple
so
not cooked.
good. Like it's less
No.
sour, it's more sweet.
No,
And then
it's
like
not.
the other veggies, it like complements it. It's just
I
like a
celebrate
compliment
your
dessert.
right to have
Yeah,
pineapple on
yes,
pizza.
yeah. No, it's
I know.
amazing. You're like, no, fuck
No,
your
I'm
pineapple.
dictating this and I'm saying no.
No, if I'm having pizza, it needs to have pineapple. All the other toppings could be whatever. Has to have pineapple.
Okay, this one is another food-based hot take.
Okay.
Chocolate chip cookies with lots of chocolate chips are bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think it should be equal ratio of chocolate versus cookie. Like equal. With each bite, it should have the same amount.
Which is pretty difficult to do when you're making.
You're baking.
Okay, well then you're not a good cookie maker. That's all I'm saying.
You're like, wait, I can't ball this one up. It has too many chips in it. Like, do you
Yeah,
count
pulling
the
them
chips?
out one by one?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you don't mix
it.
it. Yeah, you do like a naked base, and then when after you like plop them in, you're like, okay, I'm putting the chocolate chips in now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe that's how I do it. Like, what are you gonna do about it? But
Yeah.
nothing.
My cookie's gonna be better than your
I
cookie.
do get what this is saying. Like sometimes you get those cookies where it's just like all chocolate, and I do
Right.
like some cookie in my cookie.
Oh, triple chocolate chip cookies.
That hurts
Yeah.
my
No,
stomach.
I
And
can't.
love
I don't have that much of a sweet tooth. I'm more of
Mhm.
like a savory. I
Yeah,
like a crunchy chocolate chip cookie for me.
No, oh my god, chocolate cookie, chunky chocolate chips with white chocolate mini chips plus macadamia nuts. Put
I
that
love
all in
macadamia
there.
nuts.
Oh my god.
No, I would have to be on my
gooey.
period, and it has to be like heavy flow,
Flies in your
like where I'm
hand.
like
Oh,
needing
no.
the extra. Yeah, no. Other than
No.
that,
Oh my god. Do you guys did you know there's double stuffed Fudgios?
no.
Okay.
I did not.
I haven't eaten
Yeah.
Fudgios since I was like 10, so no.
Okay, they are fucking so good. I had to like keep snacks in my like drawers. And I was like, okay, I just ate a whole row of these. I need to like go give these to the kids because I was gonna eat a whole thing of cookies.
Fair.
Nope.
I do
Yeah,
that
I'm
with
like, no,
chips.
I have no control. Like I'll start eating. I'm like, okay, wait a second, this is too good. I'm not gonna put it away. I'll give it to the kids so I'm not tempted. Because I'm chunky and I'm trying not to be as chunky, but I'm not gonna give up stuff. So my plan is just to not become more chunky. Like that.
Dot just got up. She's like, fuck this shit. I gotta pee.
Yeah. She's like, fuck you. Fuck you. No, so that's my diet plan.
This moderation. Like, oh my god.
Is to if I can't stop myself from eating it, is to go put it somewhere else.
I decided to mind.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, except for I have a whole fucking drawer of snacks I can get anytime I want. So it doesn't make sense. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I want more cookies. I can go get more. Like it's not a thought out plan. We were still talking about cookies. We're fine.
Yeah. Sonia was telling me her diet plans, and it was to get the food away from her, but also keep extra food near her
just in case. In case I get snacky. Yeah.
Okay, we have one last child hot take.
All right, kids. What do you got?
I do not know why people hate Taylor Swift.
Oh, poor kid.
I'm just gonna say when that kid gets older, they will know. They will know. But I don't want to ruin Taylor Swift because to this question, I feel like it's like telling a kid Santa Claus isn't real. It's
well,
like
hopefully this kid isn't listening.
Yeah, this 18+ podcast, guys. I said that.
You just said Santa isn't real, so like nice explaining that to their parents. I personally, she's not the worst person ever, so I don't really give a shit. There's like a whole list of like hundreds of people worse than she is, so she's not on the radar of shitty. And I do like her music, so like
I hate her on the basis of being a billionaire. That's it.
Yeah,
she's mad as all the other billionaires.
She made it. She made it to the other side. Yeah. Like she has too much money. I hate her.
And she's like global warming top 1 public enemy. Like, so those are the only reasons. The rest of it, I don't think all her music. I don't like her music is pretty good. I think she's a talented person.
Yeah, she's extremely talented. Like. And I just like the fact that she's pissing off all the Brads and Chads. I'm like, I'm here for that though. Like, if you're pissing off men, you got my vote. You can ruin the planet. I don't care. You're pissing off Brads and Chads. Like,
yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of dudes that like their reasons aren't very valid. Like,
obviously,
sure, like like she's ruining the planet and has too much money.
But that's not the reasons they hate her.
Yeah, I know. They just hate. She's a successful woman, so they just
Yeah,
that's why
she dates. Like that's it. They're like,
right? Like men date so much all the time, but like social, like just media in general, just love to like fixate on Taylor Swift's dating life.
Yeah. Well, she also likes to like make songs about her ex's boyfriends, like calls them up for their shitty behavior
all the time. Listen to any song about a man or from a man.
What I'm saying is, like, you can always tell who she's singing about, which is totally cool. You know what? Call out that douchebag. I'm here for it. If you're gonna act shitty, then be called out for it. Like,
yeah.
So I have no problem with
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Okay, are we ready for the adult?
The adult. Okay, how'd you know it's adult?
Again, you'll just I did an analysis, and some of them I did remember who was writing. Like the lip cream one, and that kind of, I didn't cheat. I just remembered them talking about that, and then saw it written down, and was like, Well, this one I had to ask you to read for me because I couldn't read it. All right. AI art is not the end of the world, especially if used right.
That's the only one I understood. Like as reading.
Yeah,
it.
the other two I'm not reading. I'm sorry.
We have
We
to.
tried.
One is an Ed Sheeran death threat.
It's not a death threat. I think they just
And-
didn't like his music.
He's done. He is done. That's a death threat. And then,
And the other one was something about air condition. Oh, make the cons use more air conditioning, please.
Oh,
That's what it says.
Yeah,
Yes,
there you go.
that is not a hot take because we all agree with you.
That's
It
not
was too
very-
hot and sweaty in there. Thank you.
Always. Every con you ever go to is not cold enough.
No.
Ever. Like they don't. It doesn't matter what time of year it is never cold enough.
It's all those bodies together.
It's sweaty, and they don't even have cool down
This-
stations anywhere. Like I would love those little tornado machines you can step in, but it's like air conditioning to like
Mhm.
cool you down. That's a good machine. Get on there, market it.
So we read them then. So we're not missing anyone.
There we
But
go.
anyway, AI
art. I agree to an extent. So like I don't like how sometimes you say something and it like combines all these other arts. So if it was true AI art and it was actually drawing the things you like described instead of like taking images from the internet and making like some weird app mashup, which that's what it does right now. But like if it like you describe something and then it generates the image using zeros and ones kind of shit, that I'm okay with. But as it is right now,
Yeah, no, it's stealing, as it is
Yeah.
right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not cool.
Yeah, like for me, I view it a lot as like when I view AI art specifically, not AI for other things, because AI is
Yeah.
great for other things. It should be used to get rid of the useless jobs. Now, getting rid of the useless jobs also means there needs to be better pay for other jobs, but that's the economic system, not AI's fault.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like AI art, I kind of am viewing it from like a photograph perspective. So like when cameras came out, they thought it would make painters obsolete. And like then it turned out that, oh, you can use as an art form. And now we all recognize photography as an art form. So I think, yeah, AI right now, not good. I think once it gets developed in a way that it's like a better AI, then I think it'll create a specific type of artist that will use that.
Yeah, I think right now like it could be good for concept. Like you write it down and it mushes up all this stuff and then you have like a concept.
Mhm.
As long as you're not using that as your own personal art, but you're using it as like, oh, this is an idea, and then you kind of like make it your own. Like that's okay too.
There was this girl on TikTok who used like an AI painting profile filter, and she did it on herself, and then she painted that, what the AI generated, painted that. Then she used the AI filter on that painting and then painted that and made like 10 different paintings of how the AI kept morphing the painting itself, and then she would make it an actual painting and paint it. And I thought that was like such a creative use of AI
Yeah.
art to create
Yeah.
different types of art, because the AI itself isn't gonna keep rendering the same photo. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't know what it's doing.
it's
Yeah.
it's not real artificial intelligence, guys. It's a program. That's not what artificial intelligence is. But,
So now we actually have another art one. So
okay.
art is such an important and useful way to self-soothe. Why is this not something covered by insurances or heavily subsidized? Would we be a better society if art was more accessible and promoted more?
Yes, short answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always advocate for the arts.
Always. And it's funny because my one child is going through trauma therapy, and they have in our location free therapy through art. So I think, but it's a new program, and I haven't heard much about these other types of programs. So I think yes, like it should be for all types. That should be an option. Therapy just sitting isn't good for almost everybody.
Yeah.
just sitting down talking types of therapy is not very successful. People do it because that's the only option, but they do it for years. Therapy would be more beneficial if people could do it while being creative, like having an outlet on top of being able to talk to someone and learn coping skills.
Like there's been so many studies about how like art in schools has better success outcomes for like children, yet art's usually like one of the first things like cut and stuff like that, and it's not. Art has become like so inaccessible to like the average child because all these lessons, classes, tools that you need to start in whatever medium it is cost so much too.
So much. Like we have an ADHD family, so everybody has hyperfixation projects. So expensive. All crafts, so expensive. You can go to a dollar store, get paper, which is now $4, and crayons again $4. Pencil
That's
crayons,
the dollar plus store. Actually.
Yeah, like it's like it starts off at like $20 for a hobby, and people can't even afford to eat right now. So like it does. How are you supposed to be creative when you can't afford to be creative?
That's one reason like I love that we were able to start this podcast too, because I felt for like a while like I wanted to be creative, but just like my brain kept refusing because I'd be so exhausted at the end of the day after like living the life we live. So the podcast kind of like it scheduled my creative time. And now I get to make cat bum jars.
Exactly. We're forcing ourselves to be creative. And like side projects we do because of the podcast. So yeah, I agree that like it was really important that we did this because also we're socializing, which is important. It's so funny, like, because when I went to visit you guys, we talk about like we've touched base on this before, how like I don't feel like I miss you guys until I see you guys. I'm like, oh, I don't miss them. But then like I went and saw you guys. I'm like, oh my God, I miss them. So it does like it was really important. Like so we get to like schedule socializing when I didn't even know I needed it, but I do. So it's also important.
So if you're able to start a project, highly recommend it. And I totally agree. It should be government funded.
I agree too.
This should be a job and funded. That's right. Government fund our podcast. Thanks.
Please. We'd love some grants. Okay. My hot take is charities should be abolished. They are a band-aid for a larger problem.
True. They are true. That's like a very true statement. The statement itself is extremely true.
Yeah, the second part of the statement is true. Charities are a band-aid for a larger problem. I personally would not abolish them because I believe that the material benefit of the person is more important at that moment. Like if you're starving to death, you don't care who's the government is. You care about where you're getting food. So it's like, like I think the band you don't remove the bandage while the wound is still open.
Yeah. You need to fix the wound first, right?
Then remove the bandage.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get rid of your first aid kit,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like fix the larger problem first, and then we can remove the band-aids because they won't be needed anymore, in my opinion.
Yeah, let it scab up, don't pick at it. Let it scab and heal. And then
eat a couple rich people. And
but like, do you get their powers? Because like it won't do anything. Their money will still be like there.
It's symbolic.
Okay.
I think if there's a mass cannibalism movement on rich people, people might look at the average worker differently.
Yeah. I feel that like
the Hunger Games
brink of a shift of hope. So I'm just hopeful. My optimism is like, there'll be a shift on these things soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Or my 5-year plan, guys.
The apocalypse. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, this one is a twofer. Tacos are sandwiches, religions are cults.
Okay,
Yes
we
to
always
both.
know that religion is cults.
And wouldn't tacos be more like a hot dog?
Hot dogs are
Hot dog is
sandwiches.
a sandwich.
How is it a sandwich though? I guess
Anything,
it's kind of like
bread.
a sub. Yeah, okay.
That's a
I agree with
sandwich.
your
anything in
logic.
bread is a sandwich. So, because there's different types of sandwich. Sandwich is just bread with a middle, right? So, any type of
Like a
bread
hoagie.
product, yeah.
Yeah.
So any bread product that has stuff in it and bread around it is a sandwich.
Now,
It just has different names.
tortilla shell. Wait, okay. They don't say soft tacos are hard tacos, but the bread can be any kind of like tortilla is
Wraps and
considered a
stuff.
bread.
Yeah, I think
And
so. Yeah,
and hard shell is considered a bread, or is
yes,
it
it's the
considered a
same thing.
chip?
It's not potatoes.
No, but tortilla chips are made the same thing. They're just shaped different.
Yeah, they're made out of
Well,
corn.
are you making them a sandwich? So, like, are you putting stuff in the middle of these chips?
Okay. So by this logic, Oreos aren't a cookie, they're a sandwich.
Sure.
No, because Oreo cookie is not bread.
But what's your constitution of bread? Corn, tortilla chip can be bread. Why can't
Flour,
cookie be
I-
bread? Why can't
Like,
cookie be bread? It's an
gluten.
ice cream sandwich. What's ice cream? Said 2 cookies with ice cream in the middle. So therefore,
Okay,
Oreo
but
is
I
a
think they
sandwich.
use that loosely as sandwich.
Oreo's a
like for
sandwich.
ice cream sandwich.
Now
Everything's
religions
a
are called.
sandwich. Everything's a sandwich. All right, go.
We're even sandwich.
We're a sandwich.
And yeah, I agree. Religions are cults at this
Oh
point.
yeah, 100%.
All the
We've
cults.
had that
It's not
conversation.
even a debate. We're like, yeah, no, we agree.
Yeah,
I thought this
yeah,
was a
there's-
hot
there's-
topic.
yeah, there's no. Well, I guess it depends on the crowd, right? Like that could be a hot take. Like if you're at church, Sunday school.
Oh
is
my
a
gosh.
cult.
Could you imagine you're at Sunday church and they ask for your hot take every week?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
This is a
Maybe
cult.
one day we could like do a sketch comedy in a church. That'd be hilarious.
I'm pretty sure we're set on fire for being witches, but it's fine. We can.
It's fine. 5-year plan. 5-year plan.
5-year plan. 5-year plan.
Elections are merely an illusion of democracy. The victor is selected, not elected.
It's a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but like also sort of true. Like,
Well, yeah, because they
They're
are
always so
selected
close
before they-
to the point.
yeah,
Yeah, because they are selected into the party. Like they're not elected into their party. They're selected. So like that's part true.
Yeah, I mean it depends like what government system too, because it changes. But like I agree, like they're all merely an illusion of democracy just because of how
Yeah.
our voting works. In the US, it's the Electoral College. Up here, it's first past the post, which means it's not like one vote to one vote or anything like that. It's how your
You have to get to a
area
certain
votes.
point.
that's what I'm like.
It's a
It needs to
race.
change to each vote counts as a different
Trudeau,
thing.
you ran on that, remember?
But
then you
Kyle's like, that's
realized-
not what he said. Kyle's like, that's not what he meant. So I thought it was like the vote. You have one vote, and you are picking who you want to win, not the representative in that area. So like, if I want Justin to, since that's just like he's in party right now. So if I want Justin to win, I vote Justin. I don't vote for one of his lackeys in my area. That's what I thought it was going to be. But he's like, no, it's still the
No.
lackeys. And I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
it's still
I don't want.
You
I don't
vote-
want the lackeys.
You're not even voting for the lackeys. You're voting for the party because it's
Yeah.
like I had to vote NDP, and I think the NDP woman in my area at the time had like didn't know something about the Holocaust or something that went viral. I can't remember. This was like years and years and years ago. I still had to vote for her if I wanted NDP.
Yeah,
was
that's what I
like-
mean. I don't like that part. You shouldn't be voting for lackeys. You should vote for the lackeys as a separate thing.
But then once that person wins, all the other votes in that area erased.
yeah,
they're not
don't
counted.
count. Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I agree with that. Do I think they're like the victor is selected or anything like that? I feel like the victor is highly. It's like they're not picked in like a dictatorship type of way, but they're purposely put in a situation where there's no other choices.
Yeah.
So you're forced to get that person.
Yeah.
So
Because even though like Canada has like, we have more than like 2 parties. We have actually quite a bit, but we only have the 3 or 4 parties in every province that you can vote for, because all these other little parties, they aren't everywhere.
Mhm.
And they
like,
don't
how
get
are you
enough
supposed
seats.
to vote
Yeah.
for them?
Right?
They get
Right?
no
Like,
seats.
Yeah.
exactly. But how are you supposed to vote for them? Like,
Right? Like,
so it's really
if we
hard. So they
if we
technically
can't have
still
the
do
party
it,
of
change their
Sonia,
party.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Because I want the party of Sonia to win, but I can't be the premier prime minister of Canada because I don't have parties all over the country, right?
Exactly.
So the small guy, there's no room for the little guy.
And it's so
sit on top.
expensive to be a politician. That's why, like, it's
only
always
rich
wealthy
people.
people.
Yes.
That's why
Yeah.
the leftist party in Canada has landlords. It's like, no, that's that's wrong.
Yeah, and they all come from like rich private school type people. I'm for the people. Most of the people have no idea what the fuck you're like, cannot relate.
For.
Like they're like,
Yeah.
I want to do groceries. Everybody can afford these groceries. Like, dude, when's the last time you've done your own fucking grocery shopping? Like, never. You've
And
never
look at
had
the prices as you're buying. See, that's the thing. They can do their own grocery shopping, but they don't have to look at the prices. They just
Never.
have their list and grab whatever. They don't
never
have to
comparing.
price out like, okay, this craft dinner is 37 cents cheaper than this one, so I should get that one. No, they're never going to have to do that ever.
Yeah. It's like that. There's a clip of Bill Gates, and they're like, "How much is this loaf of bread?" And he's like, $23.
Yeah,
he's
but,
that
like,
out of
Maybe
touch.
at Ewan or whatever that store is in the
He thought
States. Like,
$23 for a loaf of
Ewan.
bread 10 years ago was like the right price.
But
so.
he didn't grow up rich. He didn't like his family.
Yeah, but he
wasn't
hasn't had to buy his own bread in a long, long
I
time.
imagine
Like
he think
eventually,
inflation was like that. He's like, oh, $23. Like, how out of touch are you? That's what I mean. Don Marie now doesn't have that. We talked
look
about
at
in our
minimum
chat.
wage.
Yeah, we talked about in our chat. Like, once you're a celebrity, you lose touch. You don't have to people. Don
Yeah.
Marie, now that you've been like recognized, you can
I'm
now you can like not know people. You don't have to be like, oh, like you can be like, yeah, a loaf of bread's $23.
Yeah,
Out
I
of
don't have
touch.
to know.
You no longer have to be in touch with reality.
Yeah.
You can just fuck off
Next
now.
week, she's completely different. She gets like all this plastic surgery and just comes in like
Get my BBL going on.
You get that like that Zac
the
Efron
cheek-
face.
oh the
Yeah, the-
chin.
Yeah, I just watched that
cheekbone,
movie,
shaving your
Ricky
chin and then,
Slinky.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
what was that movie?
Ricky Stenicki.
Yes. And like Zac Efron does not look like himself at all. Like he's like, oh, I got like surgery or whatever. Like, because he broke his jaw. I was like, okay, that would have healed by now. Like, can you explain now why you have an extra potato?
He got his,
Now
like-
he looks like a fucking potato
He got
head.
the jaw implants, you
Yeah.
know?
But it doesn't look like
He
an
got the fat
implant.
sucked out of his cheeks and stuff. Like,
No, it looks like they just took half his head and flipped it around like he's a fucking cartoon character. That's what it looks like. He just flipped his forehead over. And now he has two foreheads.
chin.
One has his eyes and one has his chin.
This is what happens when you only hang out with yes people. No one's gonna look at you and be like, dude, you have a potato head.
Guy, if we ever get so famous, please let me know if I'm deciding to have a potato head, okay? Like, I realize my head's smaller than you guys, and I'll try to get it bigger, but don't let it get potato head size. Please. That's my only ask of you guys, to not let me be a potato head.
I will do my best.
Any
I
other
might not
plastic
notice.
surgery? Yeah, because you'll have your own going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we look so good, guys.
We're fucking Bratz dolls. Like,
Yeah.
our fucking heads. Big heads are in. We have two more hot takes, and then our Am I the Butthole? This one looks like it's written by a child, was written by an adult. I hate LGBTQ.
Oh my god. my
Not
ticket.
the LGBTQ, just LGBTQ. I don't know if he's against the letters themselves, or
Yeah,
what.
the community. Like, what? Do you remember who this guy was?
He was very white.
Very white.
White. He looked like, an Ontario man. There's
And
nothing remarkable about him. So
yeah, white dude. Yeah.
he looked
but
me right in the eyes. I'm and wrote
I
it.
thought you were like a lesbian.
I was
He's
wearing
like,
my dinosaur earrings.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, I know you're gay. I'm putting you down there. I can tell you're part of it. You just look the part. So I'm right. There's it. And he's staring at you, making eye contact.
That's why he the writing is so messy. He just wasn't
It's like
looking.
jammed it in there. I look angry.
It's written with anger.
Yeah, I fucking hate you, bitch.
Yeah, I hate LGBTQ. So that is a lame take. I don't think it's very
It's
hot.
not even hot. That's cold.
I know,
that's
like
a
the
cold
law
take.
used to agree with you not that long ago. So
Yeah.
it's not a hot take actually. If that's your hottest take, well then that's not so bad, I guess.
I just
You're not very smart, but that's who am I to
Science
judge?
has proven that most bigots are due to poor comprehension skills and lower IQs.
Yeah.
So
They don't understand what those words mean.
I know. If you follow us on Twitter, there was I personally have been like posting about a podcaster who is like was complaining about the Black History Month ad Advil has. Like, I personally hate when companies use others to promote their products and like use the marginalized community to get a buck. But this was a very important display. Like 3 out of 4 Black people aren't getting the care they need. And then the option to learn more if you wanted to. So the original poster of this posted it. He's like, and then highlighted this one little area about this ad and was like, oh, if you need something, Advil's got you. And then his comment section was like, oh, critical race theory, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
And then, so we had a few little bros there. And then so I commented on it. Like, I think this is great. It always brings out the quit pushing your agenda on me crowd. And then so a few of his little followers are like, oh, you're virtue signaling. They're not sure what that means, apparently. And then just like, how is this? How is this about like you making this political? And I was just like, no, your friend is. But yeah, it's important to not be a racist.
Well, I feel like that's the thing is like you are like with the ad, you didn't like so much that it's a corporation profiting off a marginalized person.
Yeah.
He didn't like the ad because it was about marginalized people.
Yes.
Like that's the difference.
Yes.
It's like he could be upset about the ad if he was taking a top-down approach, but he's not. He's taking a bottom-up approach. Hate the people that didn't make the ad, aren't profiting off the ad.
Yeah.
Like
and then you try to like share scientific studies with people and like, this makes no sense. So like it just proves that you can try and like explain why it's important. And people be like, no, it's not, because I don't understand. So
yeah, they're like, I'm not smart enough to understand, but I'm smart enough to think I have an opinion.
Exactly. That's right. They're like, you're fucking idiots. Okay. Yeah, so you're smart enough to hate it, but you're not smart enough to understand
the science.
The science. It's fucking vaccines.
That's vaccines all over again. I'm traumatized by that.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, the last one, easy peasy. People do not take their health seriously. It should be their number one priority.
Oh, so true. I'm one of them. Like, I'd say that all the time. Like, I need to start taking better care of myself. But I don't. I've given up going to the doctors for myself. So
Well, that's
like,
what I mean. It's like it's not really up to us anymore. It's like what society like. I would take care of my health better if, I had better doctors, if I could afford better food than what I have, if I could afford a gym membership, which I can't because I'm too busy buying groceries, like
yeah.
Yeah, no,
paying my
health,
goddamn outrageous rent. Like,
it should be the society's number one priority. It can't be left to the
yes.
individual because like even as women and stuff, like it's been studies have shown women are constantly misdiagnosed or not listened to when they in the healthcare system. So it's like we
Yeah.
can care about our health all we want. If we're going to a doctor and they're not listening to us, well then what are we
Supposed
going to
yeah.
do? So it's a
Yeah.
societal problem. It's one of those, bigger issues.
Speaking of gym memberships, okay, my work, so the type of job I do, I am paid minimum what people in my position are paid. And they're like, oh, we started a thing where you get like a 25% discount with Good Life. One, I don't have a fucking Good Life near me anywhere. And two, you barely pay us enough to afford groceries. Like, like,
Yeah, but your
sure.
health is your responsibility.
Yeah, but like that's so funny. They're like, oh, we care about our employees. Here's this discount. Although good thing about I got a letter in the mail with a gift card for Walmart thanking me for signing in my job. I was like, people aren't signing in right enough that you need to thank me for doing my job. It's not even like the part of my job that I do. It's just like clocking in and out. Thank you for doing that. The fucking bare minimum. I've never been thanked for doing a job ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's great. It's the weirdest thing ever to thank somebody for. But like, thanks for
It still
showing
feels
up.
nice, a little
It does.
recognition.
Yes. Yeah. When like Walmart does pizza parties and stuff, that doesn't count as a thank you. No one has ever said
No.
to me, like, thank you for doing your job. And I've had a few jobs where I've been taking care of vulnerable people and protecting vulnerable people. Never
It's a very
thank you for
thankless
management.
job, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're right. Is you think like you don't go in expecting any praise or a paycheck. You just go in.
well, abuse
hoping for the
maybe, but that's it.
Yeah, I've been verbally abused so many times, physically abused only a handful, thank goodness. But like, it's insane. Like, yeah, I've never. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
They're doing their best. They're still making. They're actually not making that much money, I don't think. But I feel like they should be paying me more.
They should. They
I
should.
feel like I should be getting paid more.
Everyone should be getting paid more. That's the issue. It's just like the rich people getting paid more. Okay, as we're rounding out the end of this episode, we will finish with our one am I the asshole?
I'm a little sad only one person.
This person also wrote a hot take. So
Oh, they're like they had many opinions.
they
Had to,
very involved. They came back. Like at first they weren't, they had to decide if they were ready to divulge this. So this is anonymous. We appreciate you for coming by our booth and taking our stuff and giving us ideas.
Thank you for taking our stuff.
I don't even remember if they grabbed anything or they just put ideas
They
in.
did.
We
They did.
appreciate it. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the Am I the Asshole? I am a female. My ex said he wanted to watch me with other men. I bought into it and we made a connection with someone who treated me better than he did. We went through counseling to grow our relationship, but that didn't happen. I cheated with this new friend. Am I the asshole?
Yes. Not even knowing their relationship. If like so, I'll use Kyle, my relationship, me and Kyle. And if I brought a man in and Kyle's cool with it, is a little cut cold, whatever he's into there. And then I'm just annoyed with Kyle now because I don't know, he's annoying. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck this dude because my husband's annoying. Outside of our agreed upon sexual activities, that is cheating.
Yeah.
If it's not an agreed upon.
Yeah, that person said.
No, the person admitted it. They admitted that they cheated. So I think they like understand that. My question is, I do have a question with this message because they did reference the person as my ex. So I don't know if they cheated and then broke up with said person.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
that's what I'm gonna guess.
Yeah. So I would say like it probably would have been better if you broke up before the cheating. That would have been the nicer thing to do.
Yeah, less assholey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I just think cheating's asshole misbehavior.
Yeah. But I also, just because of the way it's said that like the ex said he wanted to watch with other men and she bought into it. The way that's written makes me think maybe she didn't like she wasn't into it as much.
She didn't want it.
Yeah, and so like it kind of like
pressured her.
that. Yeah, so that kind of gives me like a little idea on how this guy was. But it's always better to leave and then
see
around.
somebody else. Yeah, leave first.
But like she already slept with the dude, like with consent. So, like I understand, like the guy didn't know after.
Blur lines. Yeah.
Blur line a little. Like
I have permission. Like I have like,
and she had permission.
But I feel like if the boyfriend's not there, the permission itself is only with the boyfriend in the room, right?
Yeah.
So like,
and
sure,
like
you gave me permission on
cheating
Tuesday
too, right? Like she obviously is now growing attached to the other person and broke up with her ex, but like
I would say if she cheated, but then they broke up, then I wouldn't even call them the asshole. Because I'm like, okay, you fucked up and then your consequence was you break up anyway. It's like, okay, you know, like if the relationship kept going, then I'd be like, that's pretty asshole-ish. But I think if they broke up right away after, then I think I would be like, no, I can kind of understand how it happened. It's a shitty thing that happened, but
and we don't even know if this dude was even mad at her for like sleeping with the dude. Maybe he was just mad that he didn't watch that one time.
Right? Maybe he just thought he wasn't invited.
Yeah. He obviously doesn't care if she sleeps with other men. It's just he needs to see it.
They admit that. Well, she admits that the other guy was nicer to her than her ex. So I'm like, how was he nicer? Did he just say thank you? Did he cuddle you after? Like,
no, he came from the that's the other two.
That's right. That's the bars on the floor. Like, listen, you don't have to. You just give me an orgasm. That's it. That's it.
The other
brought her breakfast or
watch.
better.
Yeah, maybe that's why he wanted to watch, because he knew. Yeah, that's like, it had nothing to do with his fantasy, but like everything to like get her to the finish line, you know. He was helpless. Yeah, like, so instead of getting a toolbox of like,
I was gonna say there's literal toys. He went and got a whole ass man.
Right. Well, he didn't know to use those either. I'm not sure. Like,
he was just like, I need technique, tips and tricks. Okay, I'll just watch
maybe
first.
He's a Christian. You know how those, like, they don't believe in like toys or birth control. It's like, you know what? This is the only other option if I get Bill in here. Like that. This is the Christian way.
This is the religious cult thing. Like, because like you guys heard soaking. Yes.
What? No.
Mormons who soak. Mormons soaking. Okay, Mormons can't have sex, right? Before marriage. They're like religious cult again. But they consider sex not the penetration itself, but the movement. So
they shove it
soak.
in once?
They just put it in, and then they pay jumpers. Jumpers are third parties that come in the room while they're soaking, and they push up and down on the bed, so it gets past God.
Oh my God!
I'm not even fucking kidding you. So, religious or cults? Yeah.
How do you convince your girl to do that? Be like, you know what, baby? I could use a soak. Do you mind if I get a few of the football team here? Like I said,
It's a thing they do to get around God's rules.
don't believe it. Like God has never said no.
God's
Like,
never let you listen. Like,
God, yeah. As my understanding of the Bible, God has never said, "Don't boink." Okay, like it's never. So
it said
but like
something about like being virgin, but like that's
only the
towards
one
women.
bitch's mom.
It's usually
Right?
only
Like-
women. Women need
Yeah.
to like if a woman
their
like slept
roots.
around, like if a woman got raped, then she was now that man's property.
She was
Is that
also
in the
shunned.
Bible?
Yeah.
Bible has a lot of rape, and they like murder women for being sluts or perceived sluts.
Isn't
'cause
it like
Yeah.
the New Testament?
the New Testament has
Also, don't
less
forget,
murder,
you
but
just
there's
was
still.
Mormon, right? So like the Book of Mormon's different.
Oh, the Book of Mormon's way more intense, but I'm just talking
Yeah.
like Old Testament. Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't teach me that in Sunday school, so I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
No.
They don't teach a lot of that.
They didn't teach me that in Sunday school.
But yeah, so I think with Am I the Assholes, remember there's always nuance. It's the details that determine whether or not you were an asshole. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I just feel like if I was in that situation, I would consider that like I would be an asshole. But like if you're broken up, if your relationship was already on the outs
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what, I realize I'm happier with somebody else, and then you do those things and then you break up with that other person because you realize it is less assholey.
Yeah, like that's what it sounds like to me, just for the fact that they she says like they tried in counseling but it didn't happen, and then they cheated. It makes it sound like it was already on the outs. They just
It's like testing out the product like before you buy it.
Yeah. Do you actually treat me nicer, or was that just because my boyfriend was around?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you again, everyone that showed up to the Comic-Con. We will be at Fan Expo, likely, hopefully, cross his fingers, in August. And we plan on doing the same thing. So if you have a hot take or an Am I the Butthole story, prepare it in your little minds and come down to the booth when we're there, and you can enter it and maybe we'll put it in an episode. Yeah. And thank you again, Stephanie Hurst, our VIP
Stephanie.
Patreon.
Yeah.
One day we'll be at a convention together, I'm sure.
2025
Yeah.
September. That we've talked somewhere, I forget where it was, but we talked about meeting Stephanie in Slutsville. I don't know what it's called.
I like Slutsville.
Slutsville, America, September 2025.
I thought we were going to Salem.
Is that what it is? I don't fucking know.
Salem, Massachusetts.
Then that's
For the witchy thing or one.
Slutsville, Salem, same fucking shit. Okay?
Yeah, that's where they burned all the sluts, right? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. The sluts that wouldn't sleep with them.
Pretty much.
That's what happened.
That's
They burned the
really
sluts.
slutty of them to not sleep with them.
Did you know they actually didn't really get burned? So many other things, but like actually set on fire was not really one of them. That's just a big stereotype.
The one that scares me the most is I think the bishop guy that died during the Salem witch trials, and they put weight on his chest.
Yeah.
And they just kept adding weight until he died. And I'm
crusty, yeah.
That is like the worst way to go. Like, I'd rather fire. It's at least faster, because I think he like stayed like that for like over 24 hours before he.
There's so many fucked up ways. We'll have to maybe not end this episode on
all the ways to kill a witch.
Yeah. Let's thank you, Stephanie Hurst. If you want to find any other stuff, our socials or individualness about us, you can go to our website. It has those things. We have a Discord channel with lots of fun stuff. Again, you can find that on our website, opinionatedlushes.com. If you ever have a hot take or am I the asshole story, opinionatedlushes@gmail.com. Just send it to us.
Yes.
And you can say,
again.
yeah, you can say tell everybody about me. Or you could say, keep this shit to yourselves. Don't tell who it is.
Yeah, anonymous.
Yeah, and we will respect all those things.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. And we'll see you all next week.
Good night.
Bye.